Welcome to Pre-Marriage Readiness, the 5-part audio course. I am Tori Bryant. Today my role is to offer you a better opportunity to have a successful marriage. The title of this course is Pre-Marriage Readiness. Although some that go through this course may already be married, but realize that it's a divide between where they want to be in their marriage and where they're actually at. This course was designed for men to prepare and give you the best opportunity for a prosperous life and marriage. I believe that bringing the best two versions of a man and a woman together in matrimony gives you the best opportunity for a lifelong, thriving marriage. My assignment is to walk with you to produce a groom that is prepared to love your wife, lead your family and community, and bring glory to God. These are the major topics that we will cover in this course. A man's purpose, husband's roles and responsibilities, preparing your heart, where are you leading her to, and a plan to thrive. Once again, I want to thank all of you, and I want to commend all of you for taking this step and allowing me to be part of your journey. Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about what you will and what you will not experience in this course. What you will not experience is a motivational speaker with perfect grammar and a vocabulary that's going to send you to do a Google search on what was just said. I'm not that guy. You will not experience a super religious preacher or guru with the only path to the life that you desire. But what you will experience is all of the wisdom that I've gained through life, mistakes, best practices, and wins that I and others have experienced. You will experience teaching, training, mentorship, and proven intentional actions. Most of all, you will experience a unique course that's centered around preparing you as a man to function as a husband. I understand that marriage is something that you walk out every day. This training will give you a clear path of how to function as a husband or walk it out every day. And it also will show you where you're walking to every day as we go deeper into this work and discover that for ourselves. I also understand that there are many great programs, seminars, books, teachings, and a lot of other stuff out there that would add value to your marriage. It'll show you techniques that you can share with your wife or your future wife. But this course is unique because it's only about you. You being the best man, groom, husband, and leader. This training will prepare you and give you a much greater opportunity for the life and marriage that you desire. I am presenting this training from a biblical perspective. I believe the Bible is the truth that can be applied to all human beings. But if you do happen to hear something that doesn't sit well with you, please don't dismiss this work as a whole. Agree to disagree and discover the truth of that particular situation for yourself. But please continue the process and do the work it takes to prepare yourself to have the best marriage that you desire. So this is session 1, a man's purpose. If I were to ask you the question now, who are you? What would be your answer? For some, that would be an easy question. Most men would start off by telling you what they do, not who they are. What you do may or may not have much to do with who you really are. I believe who you are is really about what you have the potential to do, not necessarily what you currently do. But by the end of this course, you will be able to answer that question with 100% certainty. Go to the Creator. So let's broaden the picture and start from the beginning. Let's ask and answer the question, what is man's purpose? To discover the purpose of anything, you must consult with the one who made it. We discover our purpose in the mind of our Creator. So what does the King James Bible say about what was on our Creator's mind? We will refer to Genesis 1:26 through 31. What I want you to understand is, yes, we all have our individual paths and purpose, but God created all humans, man, woman, black, white, whatever religion we choose to operate in greatness. That is your birthright. You have greatness within you from birth. You were made to function in a way that will manifest anything that your heart desires. So let's reveal some of that purpose and identity from Genesis 1:26 through 31. Our image. Man is a living being capable of embodying God's communicable attributes. Rationally, he could reason and had intellect, will, and emotions. Morally, he was more like God because he was good and sinless. Have dominion. Man was God's representative in ruling over the earth and its creation. The command to rule separated him from the rest of living creation and defined his relationship as above all the rest of creation. Male and female, while these two equally share God's image and together exercise dominion over creation, they were by divine design physically diverse in order to accomplish God's mandate to multiply. Neither one could produce offspring without the other. So understand that male and female, we are equal in creation. You may hear some male chauvinist type talk that may, say otherwise, but in creation, we were created equal, male and female, but we do have different functions. We have different roles and responsibilities as a husband and a wife. For example, a wife's responsibility would be to be a helpmate. That would be one of her functions. And I mean, there's many responsibilities and roles. Some of those are by nature, and some of those will be defined by your particular relationship. But we'll discuss that later in this course as well. Bless. Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Being the image and likeness of God, we are the representatives of God. Having been given the dominion of God's creation, we are his representatives on earth. We have the assignment of being productive and glorifying God. So what I want you to get from this is that as human beings, we have the assignment of being productive. But as men wanting to take the role and function of being a husband, we really have to have some type of vision for our life. Hopefully, we're already in the process of working that vision and being productive with that vision before we ask a female to be our wife or take on the function of being our wife, which one of the roles in that function is being a helpmate, helping us to multiply whatever it is that we've already began in our life, whatever that vision is that we've set in our life. We're asking them to come on board with us to help us with that. So we need to be productive, or if not productive, at least have that vision for where we're leading her and our family to. For some of us, we're well on the way of that path. For others, we're going to begin that today. This is a process, and we will all be well on our way by the end of this process. This training isn't about motivating you or waving magic wands and all that type of stuff. This training is about me walking with you as I offer you some tools, perspective, truth, and experience. The goal of these exercises is for you to go within yourself to discover or renew your deepest desires and the vision you have for your life as a husband. I'm simply walking with you in a unique way that many wish that they had before they got married. So guys, I want you to go at your own pace, but I really want you to push yourself. Most importantly, I just want you to do this work. Please do the work. The sessions are relatively short because it involves a lot of work that you're going to have to do on your own. I just wanted to offer my training in a way that I can give you instructions and all the things that I promise you that'll lead you on the path to being able to go within yourself and pull out this stuff. So I'm simply just prepared a guide for you to be able to go in and do that. But guys, it's really going to be up to you to do this work. Don't skip any steps. If you have to put it down, please go back and do it and finish it. because each section is going to build upon the last section that you did. So please do the work. Okay, the first exercise is entitled, Who Am I? Now that we are gaining clarity on man's identity and purpose, let's focus on our own unique identity and purpose. We will complete a few exercises that will help you identify who you are today and who you are becoming. Start each statement with an I am and write down all the things that you believe are your good qualities. So some examples here are, I am a leader. I am compassionate. I am motivated. So what I want you to do is follow suit and do the same thing for yourself. I want you to feel free to expand this list as long as you like. Let's just start this work now. So what I want you to do is stop the video and begin now. The next exercise is about ways I don't glorify God. Start each statement with an I am once again. Write down all the things you believe are not your best qualities. So we're doing the I am statements again, but instead of your best qualities, this time we're going to write down the things that we believe are not our best qualities. An example of this would be, I am stubborn. I am a poor communicator. I am a workaholic. Now, this is not about getting down on yourself, but it's more about being transparent enough to spot opportunities to grow. So I want you to be transparent. I'm not looking at this work. It's about being transparent to yourself and maybe sharing this work with somebody else that you feel comfortable enough through this process to share it with, to bounce some stuff off as well. I wouldn't necessarily recommend sharing this with your wife or your fiance at this point. I will probably find another man or either contact me in some way and we can go over this stuff together. But what I want to do with you right now is just stop this audio and begin this exercise now. Okay, the next exercise is at my best. At your best, what do you have the potential to do and to be? Think about what you want to feel, experience, and your talents. Some examples of this would be, I am a role model. I am spreading my joy. I am changing lives. I am leading my wife and kids to a greater life. I would say some of the keys to discovering this, or some things that you may want to ask yourself, is, what can you see yourself doing? I want you to tap into your desires. I'm going to even go ahead and say, a popular phrase, without hindrance or without limitations, what can you see yourself doing? So what I want you to do is many I ams as you can think of at your best, especially in this section, at your best. I want you to put down as many as you can think of, as many as you can imagine, whatever is the desires of your heart. Whatever it is that's been there or you can just dream of happening in your life. I want you to put down an I am at my best for that particular thing. Okay, once again, stop the audio and begin this exercise now. Okay, this next section is the last section of session 1, and I hope that you have enjoyed and gained the insight from these sessions. Well, these exercises. I want you to know that we will use this work to build upon in the following weeks. I want you to write a personal identity statement in this next section. The identity statement will answer the question of who you are. I want you to use the I am statements from your previous work to bridge the gap from where you currently are to the best version of yourself. I want you to take a few minutes to ask God to show you who He created you to be, or meditate, or whatever it takes to get you to go within yourself to bring out the desired identity for yourself. So guys, this goes back to you being asked the question, who are you? This is your answer to the world, but most importantly, this is the answer to the man that's standing in the mirror, the man that that really needs this answer, to be able to look at yourself and say, this is who I am. So what I want you to do, well, first of all, I want to give you an example of that. When I did this work years ago, the identity statement that I have for myself is, I am a man who represents the kingdom and likeness of God, walking in obedience to his call on my life to love, serve, lead, awaken dreams, encourage, have compassion, and transform lives of others. Now, that was the identity statement I have for myself at that particular time. Some of these things were manifested in my life and others weren't. But I have to say today that all of these things are manifested in my life, and I could even add to this list at this point in time. So some of you may already done this work before. Some of you may just already have this in your heart, have it on your mind, and you could write it down with ease. But some of you may take a little time. You may really have to sit down and meditate or pray or whatever it is that you need to do to go within yourself to be able to truly answer this question, because you've probably never been asked this question before. And even if you had been asked, you never really seriously thought about coming up with an answer to this question. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just take your time in developing your personal identity statement. But what I'm going to do now, because I do know it takes time to do this for some, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this session, but I want you to feel free to continue working on this assignment now. But if for whatever reason you do put it down now, I definitely would ask you to make sure you don't skip this step. It's a very important step, and I want you to complete this and all the rest of the assignments before you begin your next session, the second session of this work. So this is Tory Bryant signing off. Be strong and do the work. Be blessed, guys.